Hello everyone, this is Dee from What I Do With My Money and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to use some fake numbers so I could explain how I do my budget because I don't show it usually in my videos because those are information that I don't want to share with the public. So I thought that maybe I could use some fake numbers to explain how I prepare mine. So let's see after the intro. Okay guys, so today I'm going to be using my planner that you can find on my Etsy shop. The link is on the description box below. And I'm using the black and white today to explain how I do my budget. So we will be using the pages in here of my planner where you can prepare the month with your real budget, and this one is just for making your budget and making sure that you can see what's going on in your bank account for the whole month. So I have prepared some numbers, and I have prepared some numbers, and I also have prepared all the names of everything that's going on in my bank account. So what you see here, it's the exact things that are going on in my bank account. Just the numbers are not real. So for the numbers that I have changed, I used average numbers that are going on right now in my province or in my city. So for the revenue, I went with an average revenue of $2,000. So I'm going to put $2,000 here, and in the previous video, so in the early videos, you have seen that I always had an amount every 20th of the month. So the government sends some financial help for families every 20th of the month, and those are just like a child family finance help that the government sends. So I'm just going to put an average amount of $500. Some families have less, some families have more. There's a lot of things that come to play, but I decided to go with a round number of 500, which is in the high numbers. I chose this because in my case, I only have one child, so I would normally have a low amount, but I'm a single mother, so I have some benefits to that. So I'm getting a little bit more, but not this amount. So I'm just going to put this as an average. Okay, so that would be for a family, let's say, of 2 parents and 2 children. And now for food, everybody knows. Okay, so these are the numbers that I'm going to take for my revenue. What I do after is that I have the list of everything that I have to pay, everything that goes in my bank. So let me just explain these first. So it's not necessarily in an order of importance or in order of date that I have to pay. It's just in the order that it came in my life. So the first thing that I have to pay is food. So food is here. So I just really want to make sure that I have money for food. So this is here. Then there is my spending money, my son's spending money, the savings. So this is what I take out of my bank account for my cash envelopes. Then after that, there is my bus pass. So my bus tickets, I should say. So this is, by the way, I work from home. So these are for tickets. I just put money. I always have money in my envelope, so I make sure that whenever I need some, then the money is there. Then I have 2 student loans. So I have loan number 1, not loan number 2. After that, there is my credit card. So in my credit card, I do have a recurring bill. So my recurring bills go through my credit card. So you won't see them here because they go through my credit card. So a credit card, there's a specific amount that I know for my recurring bills that I have to pay. So that's a fixed amount. After that, there's electricity. I don't pay water here. And then I have the insurance for the house, the insurance, dental insurance, and then I have bank fees. I realize that often we don't put the bank fees in our budget. It could be $5, $10, $20. I don't know what your bank fees are, but I think it is important to put it in the budget because it is money that it's taking out for something. And I do the exact same thing for the credit card. So the credit card has interest, and I do calculate the interest of the credit card in the budget that I have to put in the credit card, if you can follow me. Okay, so this said, we're going to start with the average revenue that we have here. Again, these are not real numbers. This is not my real budget because I don't want to share my real numbers, but I do want to explain how I do things. So let's start with this. So usually there's 2 paychecks per month. So I'm paid bi-weekly. So that's why I only have 2. Some months, like the month of February that we've seen, I had 3. But I think it's just like 3 or 4 times a year that will happen. But usually it's, I'm paid twice a month. Okay, so both paychecks are $2,000, and again, the one on the 20th. So this is for child financial help from the government. Okay, so the food, I have my own budget is $500, and everybody knows this, so I'm going to keep this number. So I usually take it on my first paycheck for the whole month. So I already know that here I'm going to have to take $500. Oh, by the way, I do work with a zero-based budget. So that means at the end of the month, I should have 0. I should be at 0 here. Okay, so we have the first number that I know that we have to take out of my bank account. Then for the spendings and my savings, I always keep it to the end because this is depending on what I have to take out. So I always pay my bills first. So I have my income, I pay my bills first, and then whatever is left, I use it for myself. Okay, so we're gonna skip this for the moment. For the bus pass, so whenever I have to buy 10 tickets, I don't buy single tickets. I just buy, the way it works here, so you can buy a single ticket, so just one way. You can buy 2 ways, so you have to go and come back. And then after that, you have a pack of 10 tickets. So you have 10 tickets, and after that, you have a weekly pass. And after that, you have also a weekend pass, and then you have a monthly pass, an annual pass. So those are the ones that exist in my city. I don't take none of those. I only take the 10 ticket pack. So I have a few for a long time. So those I know whenever I buy it is $30. So I always put an amount that would go up to that. So what I like to do is that I put $10 each time, and then in the last one I put $20. So this is what I always do because I think it's 33, 34, so I round everything up. Okay, and then after that, my loan is a fixed amount, but I do work with a debt snowball. So before that, I had another debt that I did pay off in January. So I took that amount. So I was paying $100. So I took that amount and I'm adding it to my current loan. So the total that I am paying here, let's say it's $200 when it's rounded up. Then I have my second student loan that you already have the amount, so that I've shared previously. So I still round it up to $135. And the reason why I put it here is because I use this amount to pay my debts, okay? And then I use the other amounts in the other weeks to put money for my son. And then in my credit card, so there's a specific amount. So this I'm taking also like an average amount of what people usually pay for the credit cards. So you won't have the real number of my recurring bills, but just know that I pay my recurring bills plus a little more, and I decided to go with $400 a month. So what usually do when I have big amounts like that I take a big chunk of my budget. I split it into both paychecks. So I'm going to go with 210 here and $200 here. Okay, so what you have to know is that this amount is for the next month. So when I finish the month, so there's $400 here. Those $400 will be to pay for the beginning. So at the first of the month of the next month, the money for the credit card is already there to pay my bills, because the bills start coming out of my credit card from the first of the month. So if I need $400 for the next month, then I accumulated in the previous month. So let's say this is March. I'm accumulating the money for the 1st of April. So I'm not rushing to pay something. I know that for the month of March has already been paid, and I'm just taking the money for April. Okay, so this is it. But there's one more amount that I need for my credit card, and that is for the monthly bus pass for my son. So usually you need to have your bus pass. So my son has a student pass for transport. So you need to have it on the 1st of the month, but it is available for purchase from the 20th of the previous month. So his bus pass is $60. So I take it from here from the 20th, and we buy the pass on the 20th, so he doesn't have to rush to go to school on the 1st of the month. We already know that it is there. Then for electricity, I went with an average amount. So the average amount in my city that people pay for electricity is $150. And I'm putting it on the last paycheck because I already know I have a big amount here that I have to take out. So I'm just giving myself a breather, and I'm going to put it in the second paycheck. So that's $150. Then I have my insurance for the house. That one needs to go out on, I think, the 20th of the month, actually, the day of. So that one I need to put it here on the 20th of the month, so I know that the money is there. And I went with an average amount of house insurance paid monthly. Now for my teeth insurance, so that's dental insurance, I'm also putting it here, and I'm going with $135 paid monthly. And then I have my bank fees. So the bank fees are always taking at the last day of the month, so it makes sense to put it in the last paycheck. So I have $20 here, and I just realized now that I forgot to add a line for the rent. So I went with an average rent amount that people pay here in my city, and it's $1,500. So what I did is that I split it in two. So I'm going with $750 here and $750 here. Okay, so if I calculate everything, I should have an amount that I want for my savings and our spendings. So just so you know, I always like to leave a buffer of $5 in my bank account just in case. So I'm always leaving $5 here. And every 6th of the month, what I do is that I will just take it, any amount that has not been used from the previous month, I'm going to take it and put it in my savings account in my bank. So I know it's at zero. Okay, so for my spending, what I do is that I take just like an amount that I know that I'm going to be satisfied. It's kind of an average. So it's not a lot, but it's not too little. So I'm kind of, it's a balanced amount for me. So it's usually around $40. So I go with 40, 35, and 40 here. And then for my son, I just give him enough for him to eat and his spending money. So usually his spending money is $20. That's what we have agreed. But once a month, I give him some more. So he has money for the next month for his food. So the last paycheck, I take $50 more. So that is $70 for him. So whatever amount is left is what I will take out for the envelopes. So in this case, it's 465 here and 610. So all of this, so I have a digital budget planner, so it's easy to do it on computer because it's always going to change the totals with every number that I put, so I know exactly how much is left, and I just add it here. You can also do it manually with a calculator and see whatever you need. So the way that I've done this is that I start with the numbers that I know first. So whatever bills that I have to pay, I'm going to put those numbers first and whatever date I need to pay them. For big amounts like the credit card, let's say, or the rent, those, or what else? Yeah, credit cards and rent are like my biggest one. So what I do is that I split it into, so I save the money during the month, so I have it for the first of the next month. So it's for the next month. So this is what I have, and this is what I do it. That's why that for me, other budget planners where they have categories for everything. So let's say for home, or they have entertainment, or they have for food. I don't have that because in my savings I have envelopes for I don't eat out, so I don't need that, but I have for my entertainment. So if I want to buy books, if I want, like, all of that are in my saving challenges. So all the money that I have, like all my anything that I want to spend in, is already previously taken care of with my cash envelopes. So I don't need to put it here, and I don't need to separate. I just take the money that is available. If I don't have money, I don't spend on that. That's just the way it is for me. Then for everything else, it's been accounted for. So I know that the money is there whenever I need it and before I need it. I don't like to wait at the last minute. So this is the first step when I prepare my budget. And after this step is done, so usually the numbers will not fluctuate because I have an annual salary, so my salary never changes. It's always the same amount. So this is not going to change. The only times it's going to change is if I have a bonus, so I'm going to have another one here. If I have 3 paychecks in the month, when I get my my income taxes back, my refunds, anything like that. So that's when the numbers might change a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add another one here. So it's separate from my regular paycheck. So this is how I do it. And that part is finished. And after I have these numbers, that's when I will be preparing or I will be making my YouTube video. Well, you will see that you will see the numbers for my cash envelopes. So this part is done. So that's my private information. And then when we go to YouTube, this is what you see. Okay, so these are the numbers that you see and that I say these are the amounts that I have to take out of my bank to put in my cash envelopes and whatever I need. So this is what you usually see. Remember, again, these numbers are not real numbers. If you want to see the real numbers, you can watch my other videos. But with the pretend money that we have today, then on paycheck number 1, I would have to take out $1,005. And for the second paycheck, I will need to take out $755. So that would be an income of $1,760 for the whole month. Okay. So for food, we already said that. Okay, so the only thing that you see, the only money that I take out of my account are paycheck money. So the money of the 20th for children, I don't take it here. Okay, so I don't take that money out of my account. It's already been used for other things. So this is usually every month I only need 2 paychecks. So you have it here. And on the first paycheck is where I take all my money for food. So I will be taking the $500 here. So if I follow all the numbers that we had in here, just so I know that for my spending, I need $40. On the 20th, I did not take any money, so I'm just gonna add it on my to whatever I'm going to be withdrawing on the second paycheck. So that's $75 here for my own spending money. For my son, that would be $20 here and $70 here. Okay. And then these are my envelopes. So the first part all the way up to license. So everything here goes into my saving envelope. So you have my high and low priority envelopes here. Okay. Then here is my other binder for everything gifts. And here is my binder for anything. Let's say this would be my entertainment binder, but it's, you know, really for, I don't know, let's say travel. And then I have my saving challenges here. Okay, so these are in order of binders. So whenever I do my videos, it's just easier when I do my binder, so I don't have to go from one to another. I just fill one binder at a time. Okay, so in this amount, so I know I have 1,500, so I'm gonna use it in the same way. This is an order of importance, so I need to fill these ones first, and whatever is left I'm gonna use for that, except for gifts, because for a Christmas and birthday, those are fixed amount that I know, like I have like a goal for the end of the year. So for Christmas, I have a goal that I want to achieve. And for birthdays, I know exactly how much I want to give to everyone for birthdays and also for Christmas. So those are fixed amount that will never change. Like I need to put the same amount all the time. And these are my high and low priorities. So I'm going to start here. So I usually start with a random amount. And then I just play with the numbers until I reach the right amount. So for the first paycheck, I need $1,005, including this, but just for the savings, as we said, it's $465. So I'm gonna play with $465 here, and these are the numbers that I came with. So I have $50 here and $50 here. So usually you will see that my emergency fund and my debt will have the highest number. And then just a tad bit lower, I'm going to have my back to school and my medical. Sometimes projects will have the same amount, sometimes it will not. In this case, with my calculations, it came out to the same amount. After that, I have winter. So winter, I have a goal, but if I don't reach it, it's fine by me. So it's kind of in the middle. So here, winter. So winter is everything that I need for a winter. So if I need boots, if I need a hat, if I need gloves, whatever I need for winter for me and my son, the money is taken care here. So for winter here, I have $45. Then my subscriptions, those are a fixed amount because I know what I have to pay. So in my subscription, I have my Indigo subscription. So that's for the bookstore. So I pay a yearly kind of amount so I can have a lot of benefits and also have discounts and all kinds of things. I have my Costco card and I have my yearly credit card fee that I have to pay. So all of those three are in my subscription envelope, and I'm putting $20 per month for that one. And then for my contacts, I don't have any number. This is not my contacts, sorry. This is for my son's contacts. He has very unique ones, and those are specifically made for children to help his eyesight get better. And it's up until 18 years old, and usually 18 years old he has either an eyesight that will not change or a much better eyesight. So those ones I only pay them every 3 months. So I don't have an amount here, and that comes from another amount that I receive from the government. So I take it and I put it for his contacts. Then my license, I've been filling my license, and I learned that it was much lower than I thought. So I actually filled enough money for 2 years worth. So I'm not going to be filling my license. So there's nothing here. Now we have Christmas. Like I said, I have already known amount that I want. And so that's $30 here. So it's $55 per month. So I already know that I wanted to split it in two. So that's $35.25 for both of them. Okay. Now for summer. So summer is for any activities that I want in the year, but I didn't have a lot of money left. So I have only $100 left here. So with $100, I wanted to put as much as possible into summer and travel, because this should be for Korea, for a trip to Korea. So I'm splitting it into those two, and then whatever is left, I'm going to put it for my saving challenges. So I'm going to put 40, 40, and 20. So that's the last $100, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing here. So like I said, this amount has already been pre-calculated by myself. So I'm going to start here. So here I have a much higher amount that I can put for my savings. So it is, if you see, it's lower just because I don't have food, but it's actually higher in the savings. So if we go to the budget that we made for the month, so for my savings account, I have $610 now for this paycheck that I can put. So all of this should go to $610, and that's what we're going to be calculating here. So my emergency fund and my debt, like I said, is usually the highest ones. So I'm putting $100 each. Then the next two are my back to school and medical. So I'm putting $60, and then project, that one in this case is going to be lower. And I'm not putting anything in winter subscription because with the money that I have, I didn't want to put too much money. So as you see, these ones will be my low priority. Okay, so you will usually skip these if I don't have enough money. Then summer and flights, I wanted to add much more here because I couldn't put too much in here. So I'm adding $80 and $80. I have a very, for the summer, I have $1,000 goal that I want to reach for every summer, but for travel, I need at least 10,000. So I really want to focus on those ones. And then for my saving challenges, I have $40 left, and I'm going to use it here. So I could put $20 here, but you know, I don't want to put $20 in winter, just because I don't really need it, and I would still kind of get to my goal at the end of the year with that amount. So I'm not going to use those, and so I'm just going to put in my saving challenges. And anyways, my saving challenges, some of them are filling my envelopes, and the other one I can use them to whatever I want. So you know, it all comes back to the same thing. I'm still saving money, but this is just like a more fun way. So that is how I calculate what I need for my my saving envelopes. And this is what you see in my videos that I do with my budget. And it's this part. What you don't see is what I budget for the whole month using the full amount. So whatever I have to pay, the bills that I have to pay, and anything like that. So everything goes, like I said, a lot of my recurrent bills will go through my credit card, but everything else goes through my bank account. So I just leave the money in my bank account. I don't need to take it out. It's going to be taken from my bank account anyways. And those are fixed amount, they never change. So electricity, the way that I have it is that I have a fixed amount per month. So when you don't owe anything to the electricity company, then you are able to make a fixed payment amount per year. So what they will do is that they will see the consumption, the electricity consumption for the past 2 years, and they will have an average. So that average is what will be divided in 12 months, and that's what you will be paying the whole month. I went online and I looked for the electricity in my province, and I saw that the average amount of electricity paid in my province is $150. So that's what I put here. So that would be my fixed amount per month in this world. So with this fictive numbers. So that's a number that will not change. The insurance, both insurance do not change. It's the same amount every month. The bank fees, it could change, just because it just depends on what I do. So I don't pay fees for transactions that I do, or when I send money for Interact or whatever. I don't pay money for that. So that's a fixed amount. But that's an option that I added. So it's all those kind of little options that I've added that made my bank fees up to $20 per month, but I'm happy with that. And then the rent, that's, your rent is a fixed amount every month, unless you have, they've raised your rent, but still, even if it's raised, you will have the same amount for the whole year. So it's quite fixed. But that again, so, $1,600 is an average rent for our city. It's much lower than many states in the United States. I don't know in your country how it is, or whatever you are, how it is, on city, state, province, whatever you have, county. But in my city, the average rent is $1,600. So that's what I put here. And then, so at the end of the month, every little cent has been accounted for. And then everything here at the end of the month, whatever has not been used by my bank, so like the little change here and there, so whatever is here, I'm going to take it and add it to my emergency fund in my bank. So it's just added there. So yeah, so that's how I do my budget. I hope it was interesting for you, and I hope I was able to explain well how my brain works around this. So I thought that it would perhaps help you to make your own budget and have other ideas, or see what other people do with their money, and hence the name of my channel, which is What I Do With My Money. So guys, I hope that this was fun for you. Again, you can find my budget planner on Etsy. The link is on the description box below. So this is the black and white version, and I also do have a colored version that I use in my regular videos. And yeah, so again, guys, I wish you financial health, emotional health, psychological health, physical health, because everybody needs it. And see you in the next one. Bye.